Hey Eric, interesting concept here. I know you didn't have a whole bunch of time. So I'm just a little confused at what the concept is. I know it has something to do with time, so maybe you're trying to talk about history, or I'm just not sure. So you might want to make that evident, and make sure to realize too that this is a promotional poster for a city, so you definitely want to make that come through. So in terms of the design, I love the big hourglass, but if it's it's a central idea. So with the clocks, I probably would just use one. I don't think you need to use so many clocks, and if you do want to use more than one, just really make it a lot smaller and dimmer, because it's kind of cool to use repetition, but these are all the same size, so you definitely want to vary it up a little bit, in terms of size and overlapping. So again, I know I posted all these examples. Let me see if I can find them. So regardless of the theme, though, what needs to happen is somehow there needs to be unity in terms of the design. So as it is now, these all kind of exist as separate little circular forms kind of floating, and I see that these are clocks. So again, think visual hierarchy, think of what you want to stand out the most. So the big timepiece in the back really kind of does stand out. But you want to think of some way to unify all the elements. So I would work with scale and work with different color. I mean, I like your simplified color. So you maybe want some of these that you want to stand out the most. Maybe it's this one, make it bigger. And well, let me show you. I mean, and there's other ways to unify things too. Notice how color unifies this a lot, because you're seeing this orange and it's repeating blue. But see how these are arranged in terms of the layering and foreground to background. So things, if you want them to be, come forward, make them bigger. That's pretty much the laws of perspective, from a beginning drawing class. And again, see how these are layered, and that's what's really unifying this. So you might want to add a little bit more variety, so you have, a little bit more visual interest. So everything is kind of flat. So again, and you might want to add, sometime if this is to be a sky, maybe add, a gradient background. It's a standard gradient fill where, it's lighter at the bottom. Let me see if I can find. I mean, this is a night, but it's usually lighter at the bottom, so you can kind of drag the gradient up. Have a look at some of the tutorials I posted. There's a lot of different little, real short videos about how to, create, different kinds of effects in Illustrator. And so again, you really want to think of where you're going to put the city name. And basically, I would just change the sizes of all these and just vary them so they're not all the same size. And you could even add some transparency to some of the back, these kind of beige-ish kind of circles. Then you can kind of see through, and it's going to also add a little bit more depth. So you've got all your basic elements. You just need to really work now to get the city name in, add, clean up some of these areas, and add a little bit more variety and clarify the concept for sure. Okay.